Next up in this project of winning national championships, rebuilding teams in college football 26, it's the Baylor Bears and their head coach, Dave Aranda, who does have a B+ prestige, but does enter the 2026 season on a little bit of a hot seat. And we're looking to get this program back to where they used to be in kind of the early 2010s when RG3 won the Heisman. They had Bryce Petty, some of these other really, really talented quarterbacks, really talented teams. And in 2021, just a few years ago, they were 12-2 Big 12 champions, had an 11-3 season in 2019, went 8-5 in 24, and obviously 2025 was a little bit of a disappointment, but he did do enough. Dave Aranda did do enough to kind of save his job, keep things afloat, and do all that. And the roster isn't bad either. 84 overall. And Sawyer Robertson is a really good quarterback, but we are going to go with Walker White. We're going to build around the redshirt freshman and really see if he can take us to the promised land. You can see the depth trait, a really talented quarterback, and we would sim all the way pretty much through the first season and get to 6-5. Now, if Baylor goes 6-5 in 2026, I don't know if Dave Aranda keeps his job. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But 6-5 through the sim, 84 overall roster, 84 across the board. Really not too bad. And we would actually finish 7-5. We would sim the last game against Houston and win a nail biter 14-11 to secure a spot in a bowl game. So not too terribly bad considering, we got a brand new quarterback who's a redshirt freshman, young guy. We got, a mostly okay roster across the board. And that's going to bring us to the Texas Bowl against the 20th ranked Tennessee Volunteers. And we would beat them 17-9. So that's how you want to finish the season on a high note, build some momentum heading into next year. And look at Walker White, 3,600 total yards, 20+ touchdowns. We have some good things building. We only have 4 players that want to leave. We have all 8 persuasions to use, and we're not going to keep Skaggs, who is our best player. And Walker White, he wants to leave too, and he is going to leave. So we did all of that for nothing. I mean, he was the starting quarterback, and we were going to build around him, and he still wants to leave. So that's pretty annoying. That's pretty disappointing. Now, we are going to keep the other 2 guys, so hey, I guess that's something. And in recruiting, man, we just... not a whole lot. Now, I think that's attributed to the fact that we do have a lot of players coming back, but amongst the 9 recruits that we did sign a 4-star and 6 3-star. So there is at least some sort of silver lining there, in this roster for the 2026 season does take a little bit of a step back, but again, we've got some good players we can build around. It's not a massive step back either. And then a quarterback, it's going to be Parker Van Ness, a redshirt freshman with impact depth trade. So at least we got another young quarterback we can build around. We'll see what happens. I am disappointed that Walker White left. That does kind of sting a little bit. And, starting the next, 8 or 9 games, we would go 4-4. So we're just struggling to find our footing, get off on kind of on a hot streak, I guess you could say. Now, this back half of the Big 12 schedule is very, very manageable. Starting with this game against Colorado at home, where we're going to punch it in, take an early 7-0 lead. Look at this tight end, man. What a block, and then the hurdle. This dude is a really, really good athlete. But in the fourth quarter, tied up 21, they're going to throw it on the slip to the tight end and take the lead, and with just 2 seconds left. I mean, damn it, this is the game, right? This is it. This is it. We are looking for the tight end. We throw it just a second too late. It's going to be intercepted. I threw it just a second too late. That number 3 kind of crossing route on verticals, that is usually open when you kind of give it some time to breathe, but we get to 6-5 heading into the season finale against UCF. That would win. So, hey, consecutive 7-5 regular seasons. We'll see if we can win this bowl game against Georgia State, which I'd like to think we should. We should beat Georgia State in the New Mexico Bowl. I guess we'll see, but consecutive 7-5 seasons. And of course, they have the lead in the fourth quarter here on 3rd and 4, up 5. Now, we've got to get the stop. This is a pivotal stop. We're going to get the sack, get the ball back, get them to 4th and 11 with a little over 4 minutes left. So we have the opportunity to really put together kind of a game-sealing, game-winning drive. But on 4th and 7, Van Ness is going to pull it. He's got space. Can he get the first down? Hold on to the ball, please. And now with about 1:20, we're going to go back to it. He's going to pull it. Oh, the safety makes a play to come down, but we make a juke and we get into the end zone. Now, the only problem is we did score with a little too much time left. I don't love that. They do have all 3 timeouts. And now on 4th and 8, this is it. They have 1 timeout left, but it's 4th down, and he's going to put it up, and it's going to be incomplete. I thought for sure he was going to catch it. We would also get the 2-point conversion, so that really helped. If they did get into field goal range and had to put it up, and they made it, it would have just tied the game. So consecutive 8-5 seasons as one of the least penalized teams in the country, which is always neat. And Matthew Fobbs-White, a really, really good defensive end from Louisiana, first team all Big 12. Along with a bevy of second-team all-conference selections, including Matthew Kloffenstein, who we did recruit at Houston a little bit, the tight end from Arizona. Really, really good player. Colton Price, and then Jalen Jones from Beaumont, Texas. Another kid that we recruited at Houston as well. So it's cool to see a lot of these familiar names finding some success, including our punter, Palmer Williams, who, hey, man, we'll take it. If we're going to have great specialists, I'm all about that. And then Mario Sabri, I think that's how you pronounce it at least, but freshman all Big 12 honors as well. Now, we do have one more player that wants to leave this year compared to last year. Bryson Washington leading the charge, who actually did transfer from Baylor at the end of the 2025 season. So we are being a little consistent, I guess, but Thomason wants to leave again. This time he's actually going to, so whatever, man, get out of here. It is tough to lose Bryson Washington, unfortunately, but we are going to keep LeVar Thornton. We are going to keep some of these other players, including Nate Bennett, a backup quarterback. So could have been worse, but hey, we'll take it. And then recruiting, we made huge leaps. We signed 13 players, 11 of them 3-stars, including another 4-star. So man, that's the type of jump we needed to make to really build this roster, to really keep building this program. And you can kind of see it into next year, 5-2 to start the year. We did get beat up by Oregon, unfortunately, before losing to what looks like another good Texas Tech team. So we do have to find a way to beat the better teams in our conference, and you already know what's about to happen. Starting the game at home against Cincinnati at 5-2, a chance for another Big 12 win. We're going to block it up well. We're going to kind of pinball and bounce off of our blockers, but we're going to find a lane, find a hole, and we are going to start this game with a kick return touchdown with some fireworks. That's exactly the start we needed against Cincinnati in this conference game. And sure enough, that would be enough to put them away 27-10, a convincing home win. We'd kind of stay hot, beat UCF the next week, lose to Kansas State, unfortunately, but then beat TCU. So we're finishing strong down the stretch, heading into this game against a ranked Utah team at 8-3, 6-2 in the Big 12. We're 5th in the Big 12 with the 6-2 record, so you can kind of see and get a sense of how talented, really just how saturated the Big 12 is. But 14-10, we have a lead on the road against Utah, and we're going to extend it in the fourth quarter. Again, this is a really, really tough place to play. Utah is obviously good. They're ranked 21-10, 9-3 regular season. We have finally gotten over the 8-5 hump to get to 9-3 in the regular season and should be ranked, and we are 9-3. Now we are going to just miss out on the Big 12 championship game. Of course, it's Texas Tech. And Colorado, man, they had a great year too. So 2 11-1 teams. That's going to bring us to the Pop-Tarts Bowl against SMU as that 22nd ranked team in the country. And of course, we've got to show the intro to the Pop-Tarts Bowl, man. We know the kind of lore that they have, but man, it just wouldn't be enough, man. We would not be able to beat SMU in this kind of all-Texas bowl game. We would lose by 3, so kind of a tough way to finish the season. Again, 9-4 after 2 consecutive seasons with bowl victories. We would not make it a third, but man, 9-4, a good opportunity to continue building after 3 straight 8-5 seasons. We finally got over the hump a little bit to get to 9-4, as we've said a million times. So we're going to see if we can continue building this thing up. And look at Jalen Jones, man, a senior first-team All-Big 12 selection. Mason Dossett, who we did recruit at Houston as well, kid from Missouri City, man, this dude can run. Really, really good track athlete. And 24th in the country. We would finish 24th at 9-4. So again, man, that was a step in the right direction that we really needed to take in year 3 of this dynasty project. But the following season would actually not be another step in the right direction. We would actually regress, going back to 5-7. We did kind of finish the season strong with, 3 victories in our last 4 games, but still, man, 5-7, not the step we were looking to take. But we did have some good players, some good individual performances, as you can see, with multiple second-team All Big 12 selections. Some guys with some eligibility left too. Now, will we be able to keep them? I don't know, but we at least have them on the team for now. Carlos Camarillo, same thing, a freshman All Big 12 performer at defensive tackle. So we've got good players, and we only have 4 players that want to leave, and thankfully we've got 4 persuasions. So we're going to see if we can bat 1,000, and so far we're off to a good start with Leo Alamanza. I think I'm saying that right. I'm not too sure, but man, 2 for 2, and now 3 for 3. Can we get Felipe to stay? And that's it. It's going to be all 4 players that stay. We're going to sign a pretty decent class, no 4-stars, but 14 players, 12 3-stars, especially with all the players we had returning, and that's going to vault us into some success at 7-3 in 2029, hosting a pretty disappointing Arizona State team, but we're down 5 at home now in the fourth quarter. Plenty of time left here. First and goal, we're going to give it to our back, who's just going to barely break the plane to take the lead against ASU, and that would be enough, of course, to cement a 1-point victory, a very, very close game against ASU to get to 8-3. And then finally, we would finish the season off on a high note in an all-Texas matchup against the Houston Cougars. Another 1-point victory to get to 9-3. We would just miss out on the Big 12 championship game with, a pretty competitive Big 12. Look at all those teams that were 6-3. Obviously, West Virginia, shout out to them. 10 wins, the 11th ranked team in the country. They were the front runner, but man, we would just miss out. And look at JoJo Qualls, the Sean Alexander Award for the best freshman in the country. 13 touchdowns on 77 catches. I love those numbers. And we're going to get a shot at an SEC team in the Texas Bowl against Mizzou and a chance to win 10 games. But we are going to lose our defensive coordinator, Matt Powledge. I think that's how you say that, but he is going to go take a job in the NFL. So, hey, can't fault him for that. Tough time to lose to DC, but we are going to have a pretty good host of options to choose from. I really do like some of these options. all of them pretty much have, the type of pipelines that we are really looking for. We want to stick in Texas, maybe Oklahoma, but man, I think they all except for one have Texas pipelines. But man, I really like Alonzo Arnold. He's a head coach. He's got head coaching experience. He's got the Texas pipeline. So we are going to offer him the job, and he's going to go be the head coach of Virginia Tech. So I can't fault him for that. Why go be a Power 4 coordinator when you can go be a Power 4 head coach? So we're going to go back to the drawing board, bring up this list of candidates again. Jimmy Cookus, I don't envision him being an option because an Illinois pipeline, not really too interested in that. I do, again, like I said, for the millionth time, I want to stick in Texas. So let's go get Eric Luke. I've seen the work that he's done at Houston as that defensive coordinator. Really like that. Really think he could kind of give us that boost on defense. And now we're finally going to hop into this game against Mizzou and again, see if we can secure a 10-win season. And secure that 10-win season, we are going to 29-14, a big-time win over Mizzou. What a way to cap off the season. Kind of get back on the right track after going 5-7 in 2028. Now we'll see if we can continue building some of that momentum. And Eric Luke, he is going to accept our offer to become our new DC. So I'm really excited about that, even if he was our second choice. But hey, our defense was not a problem last year, so it's easy to see why our defensive coordinator is going to the NFL. We were nails in a lot of the defensive categories. We made some strides. Now, we didn't make many strides in the turnover margin, unfortunately. It's the second straight year with just a really bad turnover margin. We're turning the ball over a lot, and we're not really forcing many turnovers, so we really got to improve on that. And we also got to improve on the fact that we were dead last in recruiting. Even though we did sign 2 4-star recruits, we only signed 4. That was half of our signing class, so it's hard to be too excited about 4-star recruits when there are only 4 signees, but I mean, that's going to take us into next year where we're still a steady 76 across the board. We've got some pretty good individual performers, some guys that I think are really going to develop and turn the corner and become great players for us. We've got a senior quarterback, and now we are off to a 2-3 record. And on 4th and 8 in the 4th quarter against Houston on the road, we're going to convert. We got to go for it. We get it, thankfully. Hold that lead. A pretty ballsy move. But hey, you know me. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take chances, and sure enough, that's going to be enough to stamp the win and get to 500. We got to get over the hump, and we finally got to find a way to just get it done. And look at, maybe JoJo Qualls is going to do it, the National Offensive Player of the Week after a huge game against Colorado. We get to 5-3, continuing to stack some wins, and TCU, same thing, another 5-3 team coming to us. And on 4th and 10 in the first quarter, we're going to put it up, a huge throw down the field, split the safeties, and we have so much space. That would be a catalyst for a huge win over TCU in an all-Texas matchup again. So that's going to bring us to the season finale as the number 23 team in the country at 8-3, going on the road to take on the UCF Knights, where of course we're going to put it to the sim yet again. And we're starting off strong, looking pretty good. We're not scoring a lot of points, but hey, we're playing great defense. Now we're on the board a little bit more, and we, I think, are going to walk away with this one pretty sure-handedly. Another Big 12 win, finishing off a 31-7 victory over UCF, finishing off the regular season at 9-3, 8-1 in the conference. We're going to just miss out on a conference championship game appearances. Both those teams, BYU and Kansas State, would go 9-0 in conference play. That's pretty insane. And how about our kicker, Andy Hicks, the Lou Groza Award winner? He only missed 1 field goal, 30 of 31, so he was nails. And it must be deja vu because we are again in the Pop-Tarts Bowl as the 22nd ranked team in the country. But this time, we're taking on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, hoping to walk out of there with a win. And boy, we did not. We got spanked, shut out, 27-0. I mean, getting shut out in the bowl game, that's a tough way to end the season. Hard to build momentum going into the next year. We were on the doorstep of 10 wins too, but hey, shout out to Cardale Torgerson. He set the new career sacks record for Baylor, so heck of a career. We are probably going to miss him. Now, there was nothing new or noteworthy to show in the statistical departments, which is good because we've usually been at the top. Now, obviously, aside from turnovers, we were still at the bottom, but in recruiting, we made major strides climbing up the rankings, and now we have some momentum going into this 2031 season as the 22nd ranked team in the country. We love being 22 in some capacity, but the roster's gotten a little bit better too. We're at 80, 81, and 79. We're making some strides, and now we're starting this year against a Kentucky team that, while we do know in real life is not the major challenger in the SEC, it's still Kentucky. It's still a tough game to open up with. And that's a pivotal interception on 4th and 13. But the good thing is that it does kind of operate as a punt. So that's really not the worst decision in the world. And speaking of punting, that's what Kentucky's going to do. We would get a major big stop on defense. 4th and 16. Great punt coverage, too. I don't know if we can take this back, but we're going to make a guy miss, kind of eliminate the angle, juke. And we have a great return. And now with 7 seconds left on 2nd and goal, the opportunity to win this game. We're going to give it to the back. Going to punch it in. A strong run to put an exclamation mark on this this game and start the season off in thrilling fashion 1-0. We would ride that momentum all the way to a 6-0 record, and this exciting Big 12 showdown on the road against a ranked, also undefeated Texas Tech team. So this is going to be a tough game, and they're showing why. 14-7 here in the second quarter. Time is winding down in this first half. We've got to get a stop, and we get the sack, we strip it, and we get the ball back. A great opportunity to get some points before the half is over. Now, this has proven to be a little bit of a defensive game here. 21-14, 4th and 11. This is a long kick now. It is kind of in the middle of the field. He's going to put it up, and he's going to push it right. College kickers, man, I'm telling you, you can't really trust them as far as you can throw them. A huge miss for Tech. Now, we move a little bit ahead to the fourth quarter here with about 6 minutes left. We're going to give it to our back on second goal. He is going to walk into the end zone. We couldn't really get anything going on that previous drive before that, but now we've got the lead up 3. 4th and 30 for Texas Tech. He's going to put it up. I don't like this. We're in great position, and we're going to pick it off. A great play on the ball, and that, as long as we hold on the ball, don't do anything stupid, it's going to seal the win for us. We are going to defeat, upset Texas Tech. We are looking like the supreme team in the Big 12, and sure enough, we are. 4-0, first in the Big 12. Now, we do still have 5 games left, and we know anything can happen kind of down the backstretch, right? In this last slate of Big 12 games. And what did I tell you, man? We lost to UCF, a team that we should have beaten, no problem, no issue. That's really disappointing, but we're still kind of near the top. Well, we're still near the top of the Big 12 standings. TCU's only ahead of us, and that's who we're facing next. We're still ranked. TCU's ranked. We have to go on the road. We're going to throw it on the pump. Our tight end's going to make a great adjustment, punch it into the end zone. We've got to find a way to win this game. We've got to get a spot in this Big 12 championship game sooner or later. And we have the lead in the fourth quarter, up 7, a little under 40 seconds left, and counting. He's going to throw it, but we are going to jump up. We are going to intercept it. We're not going to take it back because that running back looks fast. We're going to get caught, but it's all good. We are going to win the game, defeat TCU, and then lose to Utah. So again, this back and forth that we're going with is losing games, winning games. We're just making it so much harder for ourselves. And we'd finish 10-2, but 3 other teams would finish ahead of us in the Big 12 standings, which is just as funny. I mean, West Virginia and Colorado finishing above us. Texas Tech finished above us, and we beat them. So now we have to go play in the Texas Bowl against Florida. We are ranked 17th, which I guess, was good. We'll take that. But we're finally going to win, our 11 games, I guess. It's hard to be excited about that because we got to find a way to get over this hump. But we are going to have guys who make all conference teams, continue to kind of, lay the foundation of this roster, build it up, and the freshmen on the All Big 12 or the All Big 12 freshman team, this is really encouraging, right? We talk about laying that foundation. This is what we want to see. We want to see those guys continuing to stack good seasons on top of good seasons. Now, the money has been flowing in Waco, so we've been able to keep players more and more often, but we do have 4 guys that want to leave. Now, thankfully, we've got 8 persuasion chances, so we're going to try to keep them all, and we're 2 for 2 to start. That's really encouraging, but there's always that one. There's always that one that just wants to leave. So we are going to lose him, but we are going to keep Taylor. So 3 for 4, not bad. Roster continuing to stay intact, and that's kind of going to reflect in recruiting. We don't need to sign a big class. We've got players coming back, but we did sign a 4-star and 3 3-stars, so we'll take it. And we are going to start the next season, ranked 20th in the country. So this is some good momentum that we've got building 79s across the board. We're going to continue to advance, put it to the test through the sim, see what this team can do, see if we can kind of just break through. Maybe this is the year. This is the year we're going to break through. We'll see. We're 3-0, ranked on the road against Texas Tech. These games have become like things of legend. I'll tell you what, these are some absolute duels and battles. We're going to pull it and throw it on the RPO. He's going to break a tackle, get into the end zone, extend this lead to 10 with a little under 3 minutes left. That would be enough, of course, for the win. So let's do it all again. Let's put it to the test, put it to the sim, and see what this team can do. And we are ranked 9th in the country at 7-0, undefeated. Let's keep it rolling. I like what we're doing. I like what we're building. We're going to continue to advance throughout the weeks. Now, we would lose a game, get to 9-1, but we are ranked 14th in the country, taking on Oklahoma State at home. We're going to give it to him on the touch pass. He's going to break a tackle, break another tackle. He's going to get up. The DB got taken down. He got up way too slowly, and I think he's going to take it in all the way to the end zone. What an absolute play. One of the best plays of this dynasty. That was sick. That was insane. A huge second half for us on offense. 35 points to win 49-31 to get to 10-1. Now we have a chance to finish this regular season at 11-1, our best regular season yet, with BYU coming to us. We don't have to go on the road. And now on 4th and 16, he's going to put it up. It's a lame duck throw. We're going to make a great play on the ball, and that's going to do it. We are going to get to 11-1. I told you that this was probably going to be the season. I felt good about it. We've had too many good building blocks for this not to be a year to break through. And this is going to be a great game as we're ranked 11th. ASU is ranked 14th, 11-1 versus 10-2. And in the fourth quarter, a little under 3 minutes left, we're going to throw it on the bubble. We get some great perimeter blocking. It's 85 taking it down the field. This safety is trying to take the right angle. We make a guy miss. We make him miss again. Dude, these jukes are insane. I don't even think I needed to do the first one, but we did, and we got into the end zone. That would be enough to stamp us as the Big 12 champions. 13-10. What a season. 12-1. And now a spot in the CFP. And number 85 was JoJo Qualls, who, as you can see, the new Baylor career receiving touchdowns record. Heck of a career. He is going to be a linchpin for us, making this run in the CFP as the 9th seed. We just missed out on hosting the first round game in the college football playoff. And so now we got to go on the road to Happy Valley, take on a tough Penn State team. But we do have a lead, and we're going to throw it on the RPO again. Our perimeter blocking is just insane, man. This is just crazy. Extending the lead, that's going to be enough to slam this door shut on Penn State 30-13. And waiting for us in the Orange Bowl is another Pennsylvania team, the Pitt Panthers, the #1 team in the country, if you can believe it. Pitt. Now, they do tend to do well in Sims, or at least better than you would expect in college football 26, so not too terribly surprised. But the #1 overall team in the country in the Orange Bowl, we are down 10 here in the third quarter. Plenty of time left, but we're going to take a shot. We've got the separation. We've got a step. We're going to put it up, and it's going to be intercepted. That is not ideal, and they're going to get some pretty good field position out of it, so this is really disappointing. The game's getting away from us a little bit. They would score in that possession, but still in the third quarter, still under 2 minutes left. And again, 2nd and 10, and again, we're taking a shot, and this time we've got the great separation. The safety makes a horrible cut, takes a horrible angle on the ball. We get into the end zone. So just like that, we're kind of back in this game. It's back to a 10-point game. The defense would shore up, get a stop. We know how good this defense is. And now with about a minute left in the third quarter, again, we are going down the field. There's too much speed to receiver, and our quarterback has crazy arm strength. I mean, he is just hucking that ball. I mean, this is a pretty good quarterback, I have to admit, but still down. But it's a 6-point game. 1st and goal. If we can score here and take this 1-point lead, maybe we can get them to use all their timeouts. We're still going to try to take as much time as we can, but we know this defense can get a stop. I didn't want to score with that much time left, but again, like we said, we know this defense can get a stop. We trust them on 4th and 19. We're rushing. The quarterback has nowhere to go with the ball, trying to take a shot down the field. We are going to win the Orange Bowl, survive and advance. Heck of a comeback. Now, with the #1 team out of the picture, it's going to get a little bit more interesting here as the number 12 Boise State Broncos, the 12th seeded Boise State Broncos, are playing for a chance at the national championship game, and they're giving us a fight. They're giving us everything they have here. 21-21 in the fourth quarter. It just started. We're going to pull it on the read. We're going to make a move, break a tackle, kind of, whatever. We're going to punch it in for the go-ahead touchdown. But there goes Boise State again. They've tied it up, but now we are in the driver's seat. 35 seconds of counting. We're going back to the well. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're going to push it in the end zone now. There are about 31 seconds left, but that's not going to be enough time. They have no timeouts. And now your Baylor Bears are going to play for a national championship. And that national championship game is going to be a little bit of an interesting one. It's a Big 12 throwback against the #2 seeded Oklahoma Sooners. So although Oklahoma's in the SEC now, these two teams used to duke it out in the Big 12, and we've got a pretty good game to start here. 7-7, 2nd and goal. In the third quarter, we're going to throw it on the RPO, get into the end zone, take this lead. But man, we know this Oklahoma team is going to be tough to put away. Now our defense will continue to show up as the fourth quarter's kind of gotten underway here. On 2nd and 10, we've got the space, we've got the separation. I'm telling you, the speed that we've recruited a receiver, it can't be overstated how important it was, how big it was, and that's gonna do it. The Baylor Bears have defeated Oklahoma, and their star quarterback George Stick has set the new single-season passing touchdowns record for Baylor. Heck of a season, heck of a career, really. And what an entertaining bracket with 3 of the bottom 4 seeds moving on to the quarterfinal. Of course, the 12-9 teams duking it out in the Final Four, and the 6-seed TCU, they duked it out, made it to the Final Four as well. JoJo Qualls would, of course, make first team All Big 12, and he would be joined by a couple of other teammates on the first team on both sides of the ball. So this was a heck of a performance. We've got some second team appearances as well. And our quarterback, George Stick, was a freshman, 4,200 yards, 400 rushing yards, 40 passing touchdowns. What a season by the redshirt freshman. We had another redshirt freshman make it for the freshman All Big 12 performers. Man, what a year. What a roster we've built. And now Dave Aranda is going to finish off 16-1. Almost a perfect undefeated season. We know how tough it is to go undefeated. But Dave Aranda has turned a program that has really very little, next to no chance of actually competing for a national championship. He has turned the Baylor Bears into your 2031 national champions.